Well, I think the first thing to say, of course, is that these are so far unsubstantiated allegations. We've not seen any evidence corroborating any of this, no other witnesses to this event, and no word from the palace. So it's Harry's word alone. And as we know from the past couple of years, Harry and Meghan have form when it comes to, let's say, bending the truth. But, let's be generous here and give him the benefit of the doubt. Even if this incident did occur, of course, it takes two to tango. And as we know from any sort of marriage or relationship that goes sour, you often get two very different versions of the facts. And if we ever do hear the Prince of Wales's version, it may cast an entirely different light on the matter. Personally, I think many people in Britain might think Prince Harry got off quite lightly, never mind bruises and a broken necklace. In an earlier era, he'd have been sent to the Tower for his disgraceful actions. But what I think it's worth noting is that for all of their alleged honesty, and it goes to the book as much as to the documentary, in the long and tawdry history of the Harry and Meghan story, we've never once had them admit a single error on their part or a single mistake. If you watch the documentary, and as I'm sure you will see in this book as well, everything is always someone else's fault. It's the monarchy, it's the media, it's even Brexit voters that have you believe that they're completely faultless and without blemish. And of course, I would hope that even their supporters understand that that's impossible to be true. And I think you have to view this alleged incidents in that light.
I mean, it's interesting that in this extract, which has been leaked, the Guardian's got hold of, one of the sort of big complaints against William is that he called Meghan difficult, rude and abrasive. Well, it's not as though we haven't heard that from other people as well. It seems an odd thing for Harry to have put in the book, in a way.
Yeah, well, they say love is blind, right? And I think it's quite clear that Harry is completely blind when it comes to the machinations of his wife Meghan, the Yoko Ono of the royal family. I mean, look at it from Prince William's perspective. This is a man who spent his life protecting his younger brother and protecting and trying to protect the royal family. And here, you can see why he would be so concerned in 2019 with all of these terrible things happening to his family and breaking up their relationship. And as he sees it, trying to protect his brother from getting too far involved with Meghan Markle. So even if the allegation is true, I'm not surprised that Prince William was frustrated or infuriated or even despondent at the situation, and that his brother's stupidity and being so blind to this. I'm just glad, that the Queen isn't here to see this, to see her own grandson actually betray her legacy, betray his family, and betray, the institution that's given him and his wife everything that they wanted.
I mean, one of the things we heard earlier in the week from the previews of the interview were that he wanted his brother and father back. Do you think that's ever going to be a possibility now?
Well, this is what's remarkable. He said in that clip that we've just had with Tom Bradby that silence doesn't make anything better. Well, maybe not, but going public makes things a lot worse. If he had stayed silent about this, as you were just discussing with Cameron there, 10 days ago was Christmas Day. We were all around the dining table with our families. I'm sure there were thousands of altercations or at least emotional arguments that took place. I'm sure very few of them went onto Twitter immediately afterwards to proclaim this. The royal family extended 3 olive branches to Harry and Meghan. We had the king referring very warmly to them in his first speech when he ascended the throne, saying Harry and Meghan are building their lives overseas. We saw the Prince and Princess of Wales extend an olive branch by inviting Harry and Meghan to join them in viewing the flowers laid by well-wishers outside Windsor Castle after the death of the Queen, a magnanimous gesture. And most magnanimously, if reports are to be believed, the King also opened a door and an invitation to them both to attend his coronation. The British nation may have given up on Harry, but of course the king is also a father. And what could be more Christian, I think, than as a Christian king and at Christmas time to have that door open to his prodigal son. Now, I think with this book, if the excerpts are to be believed, I think that door is on the way to being firmly shut